Alright, Team Rare. In this tutorial we are going to look at division of polynomial functions. So we are going to use long division method. Then in the other video I'll show you using synthetic. So long division. So before we do this, I would like to start with the key terms used in division. We've got the dividend, the divisor, and the quotient. Okay, quotient. It's not the last one. Let me include this, the remainder. It's very important to know about this. The remainder. I hope you know this. If you forget, this will be your revision. So dividend, let's say we've got 4 bananas. Then there are 2 girls here. There are 2 girls, Nancy and Florence here. Then these 2 girls should share Alright, so these girls wants to share the 4 bananas equally. So you know that for these girls to share the bananas equally, they have to divide these 4 bananas into 2. So the 4 bananas in this case are what we call the dividend. So dividend is that number which is being divided. Then the divisor is that number you are using to divide the dividend. So in this case, these 2 girls, if they were to share these 4 bananas equally, they have to divide the 4 bananas by 2. So 2 is the divisor by illustration. Then if you divide now, this 4 divided by 2, this will give you 2 bananas, meaning these guys will have to share 2 bananas each. That will be equally distributed. So the answer you get after dividing the dividend with the divisor gives you the quotient. Then if we said to divide this equally, meaning the remainder here is equal to 0. There is nothing remaining after this one gets 2 and this one gets 2. So the remainder is that thing which remains unshared or undivided. So with this, I would like to proceed to long division. Again, I just remind you of something you did in grade 1 or 2, so grade 1. So that reminder will be very helpful. Don't forget. So since you know this, okay, I want to copy as at now. Let me just teach you on this as well. So using long division, if they tell us to divide this number 1, 4, 7, 2, divide by, or in grade 1 we used to write it like this, divided by 2, like this, using long division. So the concept here, we used to do something like this. You write this. So in this case, this is the dividend. So always the dividend is to be under this bus. 140.72 divided by 2. So the divisor is always here. So what do? You start dividing. 2 into 14 is what? 7. So you divide 14 divided by 2 is what? 7. Then 7 you write it on top. Then you multiply this. 7 by 2 is just what? 14. When you do that, you put this in brackets, you subtract. When you subtract this, this will give you a 0. Meaning you have to drop this 7 down there. Then you divide again. 7 divided by what? 2 is just 3. Remainder 1. So you write your 3 there. 3. Then your remainder 1 you put it where there is 2 there, so that, so let me use a different ink so that you see where I've put the remainder. The remainder you put it here with the 2 so that it makes 12. Then you come back, you multiply this 3 with the 2. You see? So when you do that, 3 by 2 is just what? 6. Like that. Then you subtract this. So you see that the 12 there will show itself down there. So when you do that, you subtract. When you subtract, you're going to have a 1. So this 1 corresponds to what? Your remainder, which is this. Then from there, you drop this 2. It becomes 12. No wonder the 12 there. So the remainder will sum up with that 2 there to make it 12. Then you continue dividing. So you divide 12, divide by 2. So this is equal to 6. You write your 6 there. So this is equal to 6. Then you multiply 6 by 2. This will give you 12. Then you subtract after putting the 12 in brackets. Then you get the remainder to be 0. So the answer you get here, after you are done dropping the numbers, is what? The remainder. So that's the remainder. So that's the remainder, guys. Hope you understand this concept. So having introduced you to this concept, I'm going to go direct into the polynomials I have to divide here. So let me just wrap this. Hope you now know. With this, you now remember what to do when we talk about long division. So everyone is now up to date. You've remembered something now, right? So don't forget to subscribe, like, share the video with your friends. Alright, so let us start. So starting this, I've got this equation or the polynomial. So the dividend is this. Dividend is this polynomial, which is x to the power 3 plus 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. Then the divisor is equal to x minus 1. So starting to divide this, I'll draw the bus. I know you call it a bus. I draw something like this. Then we start dividing now. So you write your polynomial. So you have to check your polynomial. Your polynomial powers should be descending in order, like this: 3, 2, 1, 0. Even ascending 0, 1, 2, 3. The powers of your x should be in order. Otherwise, if it's not in order, you have to do something to the polynomial. I'll show you in the next example. Alright, so let us proceed. I write my dividend there. 3 to the x to the power 3 plus 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. Then the divisor there, which is x minus 1. So in this case, you get the first term of the dividend. You divide it with the first term of the divisor. So you divide it by the first term of the divisor, meaning when you divide this, this will give you x to the power 2. Right? Then x to the power 2, you write it on top. X to the power 2. Then you multiply this with the divisor, meaning x squared by x. This is x to the power 3. Remember, the divisor has got 2 terms, so x squared by negative 1 also. This gives you negative x squared. Then you put this in brackets and subtract. When you do that, this and this will cancel. Then this and this will make it positive. Hence, 6x squared plus x squared will be 7x squared. And when you do that, drop the other value there, which is positive 7 what? X. Then get the first term in this. So in this case, you concentrate on this value. So this is your dividend now. Get the first term of the dividend. In this case, it is 7x squared. You divide it by the first term of the divisor, which is just x. So when you do that, your answer will be 7x, because this and this will cancel. Then you write your positive 7x on top there, and you multiply this 7x with the divisor, meaning 7x by x is just what? 7x squared. Then 7x by -1 is negative 7x. Then you put this in brackets, subtract. When you do that, this and this will cancel. Then this will give you 14x, because this negative sign and this negative sign will multiply to produce a positive sign. Then you drop this plus 2, and you get the 14x, because it's the first term of your dividend divided by the first term of your divisor. When you do that, this and this will cancel and give you the answer to be what? 14. Then you write your positive 14 there. Positive 14. After doing that, you multiply this positive 14 with the divisor, meaning 14 by x will give you 14x. Then 14 by -1 will give you negative 14. When you do that, put this in brackets and subtract. When you subtract, this and this will cancel, and this will give you a 16. So since the numbers here, they are done, you have dropped all the numbers down there, it means this now becomes your remainder. So remember, we wrote something like this before dividing this with the quotient. We defined this. So in this case, our quotient is what is on top there. So you write it x squared plus 7x plus 14. Then your remainder, your r, is equal to 16. So writing down this is very important, because you are going to write your answer in this form. So you write, say, x to the power 3 plus 6x squared plus 7x plus 2 divided by x minus 1 is equal to, you write the quotient, x squared plus 7x plus 14. Then you add it with the remainder, which is 16, this remainder over the divisor. So this is how you should present your question or your answer after answering. So you present it in this form. Let me just demarcate this so that they don't mix up with the calculation. So this is how you present your answer. So presenting the answer is like this. Say p of x, which is polynomial or the dividend, over the divisor, which is the d of x. So this is the formula. This is equal to the quotient, which is the q of x, plus the remainder, which is r, over the divisor, which is d of x. I hope you can relate this formula to the answer we found here. How I presented the answer, you can relate to this formula. So this is how you should go about it. You have to know the dividend, the definition of the dividend, divisor, quotient, and the remainder, and how to go about long division. So with this, let me do the next example. Alright, so allow me to wrap this. Use my eraser. Okay, I think I'm done wrapping. Okay, may now present the next example. So the next example, I've got 2x to the power 3 plus 6x squared minus x plus 3. So this is the dividend, and the divisor is 2x squared minus 1, like that. So we have to find the quotient and the remainder. Remember, the quotient is the answer you get after dividing. So it is as simple as doing this. So you start. First of all, you check your polynomial. Is your polynomial powers, or are your polynomial powers descending in order 3, 2, 1, 0, or ascending in order 0, 1, 2, 3? Yes. Then you can write your polynomial like this. You divide, you write this. Let me do this. Okay. We just rub this part. Okay. So you write your dividend down there, which is x to the power 3 plus 6 x squared minus x plus 3. So follow me attentively on this one. So your divisor, you've got this minus 1. So you get the first term of your dividend. In this case, we've got 2x to the power 3 divided with the first term of your divisor, which is 2x to the power 2. So when you divide this, your answer will give you x. Hope you know how to divide this. This and this will cancel, then this and this will cancel. Then you're going to have your x there as the quotient. Then you multiply this. So when you multiply this, you're going to have this. Let me write it in yellow because I'll wrap it very soon. I just want you to get one concept. So x by 2x to the power 2. This is 2x to the power 3. Then x by this negative one. So we multiply like this. X by negative 1, you get negative x. So remember, your polynomial when writing it there should be descending in order. And in this case, there is a power 2 missing because this is x to the power 1, right? So there is x to the power 2 missing. So before taking it there, you have to rewrite it. You introduce x to the power 0 or to the power 2. So you say 0 x to the power 2 minus x. Are you see? Meaning the polynomial is descending in order 3, 2, 1, like that. So let us see the meaning or the instance of doing this. So you write this 2x. So you only write the terms with the like ones. So as you can see, this has got x to the power 3 with x to the power 3 with its like term. Then plus 0 x squared, then minus x. You've seen how we've matched this equation with what is there already. So don't make a mistake of writing it exactly like this. Always check the powers of the polynomial. They should descend in order like this: 3, 2, 1. Alright, so let me wrap this part. You understand? So having done that, you put this in brackets, then you subtract. When you do that, this part will cancel, then this part will give you 6x squared, then this part will cancel, meaning it will give you plus 0x. Then if you do that, drop this, meaning this will be plus what? 3. So this is very simple as compared to the first example. The only trick part is the descending and ascending of polynomial powers. So again, this becomes your dividend down here. So you get the first term of the dividend, in this case is x squared or 6x squared. You divide it by the first term of the divisor, which is 2x squared, like this. When you do that, this and this will cancel, then 2 into 6 is just what? 3. So you write your quotient there plus 3, then you multiply this 3 by all the terms of the divisor, meaning 3 by 2x squared. This will give you, so you multiply at the side like this before taking it there, because you have to check the degree of polynomials, how they are descending and ascending. So this is 6, I mean. Three by 2x squared is equal to 6, and 3 by negative 1. This is what? Negative 3. Then check it out. This polynomial is not well written because there is a power missing. This is x to the power 0, because any number to the power 0 is just 1. No wonder it is giving us this. So this is just one and the same, because any number to the power 0 is 1. So this is 3 by 1. So writing this like this is just the same as writing it like this. These are equal. So there is a power 1 missing there. So introduce that power 1. Meaning when you introduce it, you're going to have something like this. X squared plus 0 x minus what? 3. It means you've introduced this. So this now you can take it there. When you do that, this will be 6x squared plus 0x minus 3. Then put this in brackets and subtract. When you do that, this part will cancel, even this part will cancel. You're going to remain with a positive 6 as your what? Your R, since you've dropped down all the terms of the dividend. So you write your quotient there. Your quotient here is what? X plus 3, and your remainder is just what? 6. So with that, we can now write our answer in the required format. So the required format, up to now, I think you know how to write it. You write your quotient q of x plus the remainder over the divisor, which is d of x. So in this case, answering this, let me write it in black ink. This will be the quotient is there, x plus 3. So this is equal to this, x plus 3 plus the remainder, which is 6, over the divisor, which is 2x squared minus 1, like this. So this is your answer. This is how you should present your answer when answering. So having done this, let us now go to the last example of synthetic division. So allow me to rub. Alright, I hope it's making sense. This is very simple. Just know what you're doing and everything will be okay. These are just simple basics. So you've got this as your polynomial. So give it a try. Since I've told you how to check for the powers, you can give it a try. Pause the video, try it, then you come and compare the answers. It's very important. In mathematics, you have to be practicing. So this is your polynomial, the dividend, and this is your polynomial as the divisor plus 3. So we go ahead and find the quotient and the remainder. So the remainder can be any number, even 0 can be a remainder. If it's giving a remainder 0, meaning the division is perfect. Remember, 15 divided by 3, this is just giving a quotient which is 5, and the remainder is equal to what? 0, meaning it's a perfect, meaning 3 is a factor of 15. You will reach this part when you be talking about the remainders theorem. So bear this in your mind. It's there. I'll make a video on it as well. Alright, so in this case, let us check this polynomial before we write it. As you can see, this polynomial has got 2 missing variables of x, because it can't start from 4, it descends to 2, then to x to the power 0. No, they should be in this form: ax to the power 4 plus bx to the power 3 plus cx to the power 2 plus dx to the power 1, then plus e, like that. So in this case we write, so a, b, c, d, e, these can be any numbers from the set of real numbers. Then this x stands for the x variables having the powers of the polynomial. So in this case here, our a there is just 1, is the coefficient. So this is 1x to the power 4. So in this case you don't write x, you know how to do it. You don't write 1, I mean, you know how to do it, because the coefficient there is just 1. So these letters are coefficients. So in this case the b is 3. This is x squared. Let me show you. So here is 3x squared, and it's positive. Then we've got e. with x to the power 0, meaning this is just what? 1, which is what? Positive. So we've got these two terms which are missing in the polynomial given as the dividend. So we can't go ahead and divide this without knowing the terms which are missing. So for the terms missing, just add 0. Even here add 0 as the coefficients, because 0 is more like not writing anything, just like they have written this. Then here there is x to the power 3 missing, because when you multiply this is equal to 0, but write it for the sake of calculating. And this is your x to the power 1, as simple as this. Then having done this, we are going to write this polynomial like this. So let me do it. We're going to write this polynomial in this, unlike writing this one given. So I wrap this part. So always bear in mind how to do this. Always check if the polynomial is well presented. In this, you write it like this. So you're going to write this under there. Then here you write your divisor, which is x squared minus 2x plus what? 3. Alright, so we continue now. Same procedure. So let me demarcate this. Same procedure, you get the first term of dividend, you divide it by the first term of your what? Divisor. When you do that, you get your x squared as the quotient. Then you write x squared there, x squared. Then you continue, you multiply this x by all the terms. So x squared, all the terms of the divisor, x squared by x squared is simply x to the power 4. So in this case, I'll just be going direct, since you know how to write your answers following the orders of the powers. Never should you write x squared where there is x to the power 3 on top there, because these are different terms. When you come and subtract, they won't be subtracted, because only like terms can be added and subtracted. So we'll go ahead. X to the x squared by negative 2x. This will give you negative 2x to the power 3. Then 2x squared, let's say x squared by positive 3. This will give you 3x squared, like that. Then you put these in brackets. So don't fear the length of the divisor. These with such kind of equations are very simple to do, as long as you know how to work with your powers there. So when you put this in brackets, you subtract. Make sure you even know how to work with your signs. So when you subtract, this will give you a 0, then this will give you a positive x to the power 3, and this part will give you 0x squared. Then you drop this, meaning plus 0x. When you do that, you carry on, you get the highest or the first term of your what? Your dividend, which is 2x to the power 3. You divide it with the first term of your divisor, which is x squared. When you do that, you're going to have your quotient as 2x. Then you write your 2x there plus 2x. When you do that, you multiply this 2x by everything, meaning 2x by x to the power 2 is just 2x to the power 3. Then 2x by negative 2x is equal to negative 4x squared. Then 2x by positive 3 is just what? Positive 6x. Then you put these in brackets. When you do that, subtract. When you subtract, this will be equal to 0. This will give you 4x squared. Then this will give you negative 6x. Then you drop your remaining number there, which is positive 1. Again, you get the first term of your dividend, which is now 4x squared. You divide it by the first term of your divisor, which is just x squared. X squared. So this and this will cancel. This will give you the answer or the quotient to be 4. Then you write there positive 4. Then you multiply this by all the terms of the divisor. So 4 by x squared, this is 4x squared. Then 4 by negative 2x, this is negative 8x. Then 4 by positive 3, that is positive 12. You put this in brackets, you subtract. When you do that, this will give you a 0, and this will give you positive 2x, because this will multiply this to make it plus, and negative 6 plus 8x, negative 6x plus 8x will give you 2x. Then this will give you negative 11 because of this negative outside. So this is the importance of putting everything in brackets before subtracting, so that you're not confused with the signs. So since we've dropped all the terms of the dividend, it means this now becomes our remainder. So you write your remainder there, it is 2x minus 11. Then you write your quotient, which is just x squared plus 2x plus 4. Then you go and write it the way you are supposed to write it. So in this case, you write the formula, meaning this will be equal to the quotient, which is q of x, plus the remainder over the divisor, which is d of x. So when you do that, this will give you this. Our quotient is simply x squared plus 2x plus 4, then plus our remainder is 2x minus 11 over the divisor, which is x squared minus 2x plus 3, which is as good as doing this, which is just as simple as saying 1 2 3, guys. Alright, so hope you understand. So testing your understanding, I would like you to write this. So you should write your answers in the comment section. Give the answers to the question I'm about to give you. So this is your task. I'll just give you one task, just to test your understanding. So this is your task, guys. I'm going to write here just one question. Just one. Just one. So I give you this question. You've got your dividend, which is x to the power 4 plus 3x divided by the divisor, which is this, x squared plus x minus 1. So this is a very simple question. I need to see the answers in the comment section, just to test your understanding. So do your level best. Use the same concepts taught in this video. Shalom, shalom.